Can you tell me what we are looking at? Well, it seems to be some kind of a lush jungle or vegetation out there. It looks like a Amazon rainforest, but believe it or not, this was how the Sahara Desert used to look a few thousand years back. It was home to a lot of wild animals like hippopotamus, antelopes, and even large animals like elephants. This place was all green and humid few thousand years back. So the next question that comes to mind is, how could something like this happen? How could a place looking like this turn into something like this? A green and lush vegetation turning into a barren wasteland? How is that even possible? And is it possible to turn it back into this? Could the Sahara ever be green again? And that is the exact topic that we are going to discuss today. But before we begin, this is a very small YouTube channel and I need your help and support in helping the channel grow. So if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So, sometimes between 11,000 and 5,000 years ago, after the last ice age ended, the Sahara Desert transformed. Green vegetation grew on top of the sandy dunes, and with the incoming vegetation, almost all of Sahara was getting hugely transformed. Increased rainfall turned the arid caverns into lakes, and about 3.5 million square miles of northern Africa turned green, drawing in a lot of wild animals who feasted on its thriving grasses and shrubs. This lush paradise is long gone, but could it ever return? The short answer is yes. The Green Sahara, also known as the African Humid Period, was caused by the Earth's constantly changing orbital rotation around its axis, a pattern that repeats itself every 23,000 years. The Sahara's green shift happened because the Earth's tilt changed. About 8,000 years ago, the tilt began moving from about 24.1 degrees to the current day 23.5 degrees. During the Green Sahara, the northern hemisphere was closest to the sun during the summer. This led to an increased solar radiation or heat in the Earth's northern hemisphere during the summer months. The rise in solar radiation amplified the African monsoon. Seasonal wind shift over the region caused by temperature differences between the land and the ocean. The increased heat over the Sahara created low pressure system that ushered moisture from the Atlantic Ocean into the barren desert. These moistures turned into rain and came down on the Sahara as heavy and regular rains and transformed these sandy dunes into green, grass and shrub covered steppe. This information, confirmed by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, states that as animals there prospered, humans did too, and eventually domesticating buffaloes, goats, and even creating an early system of symbolic art in the region. Human beings rushed onto that area to make it their newfound home. So with the fact now evident that the Earth's tilt caused Sahara to become green, the obvious question that comes to mind is, why did the Earth's tilt change in the first place? What happened that the Earth's tilt changed? To understand this monumental change, scientists have looked to Earth's neighbors in the solar system. The Earth's axial rotation is perturbed by gravitational interactions with the Moon and the more massive planets that together induce periodic changes in the Earth's orbit. According to the research first published in the journal Science in 1981, scholars estimate that the northern hemisphere had a 7% increase in solar radiation, which led to an increase in the rainfall from 17% to 50% according to a 1997 study published. What's interesting to climate scientists about the Green Sahara is how abruptly it appeared and vanished. The termination of the Green Sahara took only 200 years. The change in solar radiation was gradual, but the landscape changed suddenly. It is an example of abrupt climate change on a scale humans wouldn't even notice. Records from the ocean sediment show that the Green Sahara happens repeatedly over multiple number of years. When the Green Sahara could reappear, it is projected to happen again in about 10,000 years from now in AD 12,000 or AD 13,000. But what scientists can't predict is how greenhouse gases will affect this natural climate cycle. Even if humans stop emitting greenhouse gases today, the gases would still be elevated by the year 12,000. Climate change would be superimposed onto Earth's natural climate cycles. There's geological evidence from ocean sediments that these orbitally paced Green Sahara events occur as far back as the Miocene epoch, which is 23 million to 5 million years ago, including during periods when atmospheric carbon dioxide was similar and possibly higher than today's level. So a future Green Sahara event is highly likely in the distant future.
today's greenhouse gases could even have their own greening effect on the Sahara, though not to the degree of the orbital force changes.
In the meanwhile, there is another way to turn parts of the Sahara into a green landscape. If massive solar and wind farms were installed there, rainfall could increase in the Sahara. According to a 2018 study, wind and solar farms can increase heat and humidity in the areas around them. An increase in precipitation in turn could lead vegetation growth, creating a positive feedback loop. However, this huge undertaking has yet to be tested in the Sahara Desert. So until such a project gets its funding, humans might have to wait until the year 12,000 or longer to see whether the Sahara will turn green again. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment in both YouTube and Facebook. The channel needs your support to grow. Thank you.